out of the washing. G'day guys, and welcome to the ModShop. So today I'm going to be building something very different to what I've been doing so far. The only thing closely remotely related to it in any way was the Captain America shield, and that's literally only because I also built that from scratch. Tabitha, get off my crap! Okay, so I'm going to be building Mjolnir from Thor, probably the Dark World. Let's move on to list of materials. It's PVC! So I do not know the diameter of the PVC pipes that I'm using. I found them in my backyard because if you don't have PVC in your backyard, do you really have a backyard? I don't think so. I eyeballed this entire thing. I have no idea if the scale is correct. It's roughly half scale. Moving on! So I've got this rubber chair tip that I got from Bunnings in a 4-pack for $2.60. Nothing special, it's just a rubber chair tip. For painting this project, the metal parts, I'm going to be using the Antique Pewter Rust-Oleum paint and primer in one. You can get this from Bunnings Warehouse in the paint section, obviously, for $12.55. I've got this box cutter, just because I need it to cut out this stuff. This is EVA floor mat. I got it in a 4-pack from Kmart. Good old Kmart, love Kmart. Textured side, not going to be using. Flat side, going to be using. As you can see, I've marked out some areas of the hammer, and that's the first step that we're going to do. We're going to start with the hammer, because it's the only thing I can really do at the moment. So, with that being said, I do have access to a rotary tool now, so hopefully going to be using that for this build. It's my brother's, so I don't actually have access to it, but I am allowed to borrow it. There's not really much else to it, guys. We're just gonna wing it because I've never done anything like this before. It's probably going to be the most complicated build I've done yet. So yeah, should be fun. I have no idea what I'm doing. So guys, I am not aware if the camera was recording or not, but I've cut off 2 pieces. It's not a difficult process, just be careful with the knife, obviously. I'm cutting outside the lines because of how thick they are. That way, if I do that with all of them, it's going to make sure that it's an even, surface between everything. Guys, so that's probably all I'm going to get done today, which, yeah, wasn't a lot. But I've got to wait till other things become available for me to use. Obviously in the video it's going to just skip to the next part of the process, but yeah, that's all I'm going to do today. I did a test of the paint and that's going to come out really well, I think. The next time you see me in 5 seconds, I probably won't have a beard. I'll be in different clothes, and I may even be in my room or outside. I don't know yet, but luckily for you, you're about to time travel. So have fun with that. Let me know what it's like. Welcome to the editing room. Welcome to the future. But this is future Ethan. That was the past me talking about the future me, which is the current me's past me. So guys, I haven't actually been able to do a lot of filming, unfortunately, over the past couple of days. But, as you can see, I've sort of finished the hammer part. But I'm going to go through everything that I did to get to this stage, and then we'll continue from there. So what I did was, I glued it all together, but then I realized that the main section was too big. So I kept the end pieces here and here, came back around to doing the actual main body of it. I thought of another process to go around it. That didn't end up working. What I was planning on doing was getting a few EVA pieces of this size, gluing them all together. There are like 13 of them, just to get that main body, which would eventually make it like a pretty good weight as well. But that didn't end up working. So what I did was I went back to the first process and just glued it all together, as you can see here. You can also see that it is a bit messy and a bit rough around the edges. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the wood burner and fix some of that up. I have gone in with the bench grinder and done as much as I can, but because of the size, can't get into all the what do you call it? The edges and crevices and all that sort of stuff. I've done as much as I can with the bench grinder, but still not having access to the Ryobi rotary tool. Can't get all over the area, so I've done as much as I can, and we're just gonna fix up everything else with the wood burner. So yeah, let's do that. So guys, yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. As you can see, I'm just currently going over all the areas that aren't as smooth as they should be, and I'm just leveling out, and I'll probably be using some sandpaper afterwards just to ensure it all looks uniform. Alright, I think that's the best I'm going to get it without a rotary tool, and for the people who don't have access to that, or a wood burner really, if you don't have access to a wood burner but you do have access to a, if you don't have access to a rotary tool or a Dremel, you can get them from Bunnings for $99. You can get a whole kit of like 135 pieces. But if you can't afford that, the wood burner kit that I got, that was $35 or something like that, and it's turned out to be a pretty good alternative. I mean, it's not perfect. I don't really have much else to say except let's continue. Alright guys, basically for the hammer, we're almost finished. As you can see, I have glued the top ring around. I've also done the runes on it. That came out pretty nice. Again, it's not exact, but at least they're all the same. I made sure that they were all the same, so that's, you know, one thing. So that's pretty much finished gluing. But before I do that, I'll probably go in with some knead it into the gaps. There. Anyway, so that's just where we're at so far. I'm able to charge and record now, so yay. I'm gonna go get the knead it. So we do not have a lot to work with, so I'm trying to conserve as much as I can. Guys, as mentioned before, it's the antique pewter, and you know, a lot of people just use straight silver and weather it and all that sort of stuff, but I really like the finish on this. Alright guys, so we just finished painting, and basically I'm looking at it right now. It's over there, I'll show you in a minute. The finish has come out beautifully. Like, I had no idea that it was gonna look that good. I thought it was gonna be a bit different, but I'm really happy with how it's come out. I probably won't even need to weather it. Might add some highlights, but that's probably about it. In saying that, we've pretty much done the hammer side of it. Also finished the pommel. Probably need to do a bit more weathering on that, but pretty happy with that too. So next we have the handle. So guys, we are just about 70% of the way through, maybe 80. This is the material I'm getting. It's a sort of vinyl that I got from my local material shop. Got half a meter of this stuff for $10, so it's pretty good value. I've pre-cut a piece, I've made sure it goes all the way around, and we're going to hot glue it. So I've just got the hot glue gun prepping at the moment, and basically it's nothing too difficult. We're just going to put the glue on the fabric, wrap it around, and glue it in layers. So yeah, and then we'll get around to making the strap. So I still have to do some details on this, but as you can see, I have made some incisions there. Super unnecessary. So we're just going to see if it's going to be friendly to me. It wasn't. Look at that. That is nice. It's out of focus. Let's just talk about the outcome, because it hasn't come together fully. And that's because of the glue. Some of the glue dried too quickly, creating more space, which means surface area was larger and the vinyl didn't cover it all. However, I took that into account when I started, and it's actually going to help me cover the seam up anyway, so I'm just going to paint that to match the brown later. And I've just made the decision that I'm going to paint on the rings with silver rather than do them. Didn't paint them, left them as is, because I just liked it better. So moving on. In saying that, we've basically done the hammer. Just got to glue the pommel onto it. Let's move on to the strap. It's going to be pretty easy to do. We're just going to need to cut off a bit more material, and then we're going to glue it together to make the strap. I'll be back in a moment. Just got a piece, and we're going to fold it like that, and then like that. Therefore, it's still going to have a seam, but it's going to be easier to make sure that none of the white area is showing. Righto guys, we're just about to do the reveal, and a couple things. One, I'm wearing this hat because I didn't feel like doing my hair today. Also, it's my birthday and I wanted to feel special. Another thing, just to show you before the reveal, with the pommel, I ended up having to just hot glue an area around. It did come out a little, but it's nothing too serious for me to worry about, and I can always shape it a bit more if I ever feel like I need to. As I said before, I chose to not do the rings. I just liked the way it looks, and that's it. I had a lot of fun in this project. It's very different for me. And
change the damn toilet rolls.
pretty happy with how it came out. With that being said, let's do the reveal. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. As you've probably gathered, this video took a few days to film. Just have, a couple of different things on. But anyway, please leave a thumbs up. And if you haven't, you should probably consider subscribing if you want to see more time wasters like this. Click that bell for notifications just down there to keep up to date with the latest and greatest. So until next time, I will see you when I see ya.